Imagine what it would be like being watched by someone that is capable of murdering you, or filming your very last moments. These are 5 creepy and chilling events caught on video. Let's begin. Number 1. On 16th of April 2014, the 6,825-ton MV Sewol capsized while carrying 476 people. Most of them were school kids. The chilling footage that you're seeing was filmed by senior school kids that were inside the MV Sewol at the time it capsized. The terrified young teenagers were told to stay where they were inside their cabins by crew members. At first, the school kids were nervously laughing and joking, believing the likes of the captain, teachers and crew members would help them. What they didn't know was that when the ferry began to sink, the captain and his crew members evacuated the MV Sewol and left the kids to basically die. He didn't even change his order for everyone to evacuate. These terrifying scenes were captured as the school kids were in tears talking about their loved ones. How terrifying it must have been when they were so young in a sinking ship with no adult supervisors or loved ones to help you. Over 300 passengers died. The captain was later sentenced to 36 years in jail. He was charged with murder. The owner of the MV Sewol, who was wanted by the police for questioning, was later found dead. Number 2. This creepy video was taken by Stephen McDaniel on the night he killed his classmate and next door neighbour Lauren Giddens. He spied on her for a couple of months before he then broke into her apartment wearing a black mask and gloves. Lauren Giddens then fought with the masked man to get away. This is when she realised that she knew who the man was, as she managed to pull off the mask and found out it was Stephen McDaniel. Stephen then strangled her to death. He then chillingly went back to his room and went on the computer. A few hours later he returned to the scene where he then cut Lauren up using a chainsaw. He then dumped her body in a trash dumpster outside the apartment complex they both lived in. The cops 2 days later found Lauren Giddens' torso in a trash can. Stephen McDaniel later pleaded guilty to murdering Lauren. Number 3. Imagine living in total fear of being watched. Well, for John Lang, this was his reality. This is the creepy moment where he caught men in a van filming his house with what looks like to be a thermo-sensitive camera. What I find quite disturbing about this is not only must it have been quite intimidating to see men filming your house, but the equipment they're using is quite sophisticated and expensive, meaning he could be dealing with professionals. When they saw that John was also filming them, they panicked and you could see them shutting the door. Why would anyone want to film John Lang though? Well, John was an activist against police corruption and some of his allegations were very serious. So it was no surprise that he was disliked by the police force. So scared that his life was in danger, he posted on his Facebook, warning the public that the cops are trying to kill him. 10 days later, John's house was on fire. Inside, John was found dead. He was stabbed and then burned. Someone had murdered John Lang, but no one has been charged for the murder. Number 4. Harrison O'Kane was one of the 12 crew members of a small tugboat when it capsized. For 3 days, O'Kane suffered in a small pocket of air inside the overturned tugboat. This is a chilling video that was captured by a rescue team. At first you could see this ghostly hand coming towards you. To be honest, when I first saw the footage, I thought it looked like something that you would see from a horror movie. You then could hear the utter shock as the divers then realised that one of the crew members was actually alive. At the time, the diver thought that the hand was of a corpse touching him. For 3 days, O'Kane, the only survivor, was living a nightmare where he could hear his other crew members being eaten by fish. He lived in complete darkness with no food, and all he drank was 1 can of Coke. In his native country, Nigeria, some believe that it was such a miracle that he survived that they asked him if he used black magic to survive. He still has nightmares where he sometimes wakes up telling his wife that their bed is sinking. One thing is for certain, he said, I will never go back to the sea again. Number 5. On August 10th, 1984, pilot James Goodale was flying a Cessna when he crashed the plane into the forest. Both James and his friend, Ronald Wilmond, died in the crash. 3 days later, backpackers found the plane wreck, where they also found a VHS tape of the crash. All you're looking at now is the footage showing what happened during their last moments. Just before the crash, you can hear James shouting over to Ronald, "Damn, hang on Ronnie." The footage then chillingly cuts out. What video would you like to see us make next? What story did you find was the creepiest? If you enjoy watching creepy and mysterious videos, then please give the video a like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.